any matters before this court today?
Yes, Your Honor. Before we begin, permission to make appearances for the record.
You may.
Good evening. My name is Chris Sample, and today I'll be delivering the prosecution's opening statement. To my right is Ms. Jaleesa Harris.
Good evening.
Good evening.
To my far right is Mr. Terrence Green.
Good evening, Your Honors.
He'll be delivering tonight's closing statement on behalf of the prosecution, and today we represent the people's amendments. Furthermore, Your Honor, we have a few documents we'd like to turn to the bench.
You may.
This includes the indictment, the stipulations agreed to by both parties, the order on motions eliminated, previously ruled on by Judge Butler. We have the special instructions. We have the jury instructions for the jury before closing arguments, the Midlands Penal Code, the relevant case law, the Midlands Rules of Evidence as they're slightly different from the federal rules, and a copy of the verdict form for the jury prior to closing arguments. Permission to let opposing counsel review and then send it to the bench.
You may. Thank you. Anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. Pursuant to the stipulations regarding the facts in today's case, specifically number 3, an individual known as Cameron Poole has been deemed unavailable to testify, and pursuant to Rule 804, this meets the definition of witness unavailable. Now, that's of course subject to the Midlands Rules of Evidence on individual exceptions. We would like the court to take judicial notice of that stipulation.
It'll be noted.
Next, Your Honor, seeing how this is the first time we're in your courtroom, do we have free use of the well?
You do.
Do we need to further ask permission before approaching the opposing counsel, the witness, or the bench?
You may approach the bench and opposing counsel, however, if you can ask before you approach the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Seeing how all trials in the state of Midlands are presumed to be jury trials, we ask that you act as both judge and jury for testimony and statements.
That'll be allowed.
And lastly, this time the prosecution moves to invoke Rule 615. Now, this is the constructive sequestration of all witnesses except for a party representative. The prosecution, we will have no party representative sitting in trial with us today. With that, Your Honor, the prosecution is ready to proceed.
Okay. And defense?
Good evening, Your Honor. The defense would like to make appearances for the record as well.
You may.
My name is Tess Ronaldo, and this is my co-counsel, Ms. Rachel Wright. Good evening, Your Honors. And Mr. Dawson Robinson.
Good evening, Your Honors.
We represent the defendant, Ms. Whit Bowman, in today's case. Prior to trial, the defense would like to offer to the bench notice of intent to offer character evidence which has been prior reviewed by both parties. Permission to approach intended?
You may approach.
Your Honor, I ask that the court take note that though the defense is giving us this intent to offer character evidence forms, it's still subject to the Midlands Rules of Evidence.
Okay.
This form is just in lieu of rebuttal witnesses. They're just giving us intent.
Okay.
Also, Your Honor, prior to trial, counsels have indicated their intention to use demonstratives throughout the duration of certain testimonies. If the counsels are prevented from seeing these demonstratives throughout the duration of the testimony, do we have permission to reposition ourselves throughout the well to better see them? You do. And with that, the defense is ready to proceed.